Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battling with Bourbon.
I'm your host, Rockstar Johnny Nye.
It's me, MDV, aka the real effing deal, the whole effing show, Mike Verdusco. And today, in this corner, we have Penelope.
And in this corner, we have a Yellowstone.
Woo!
This Yellowstone is the 2024 limited edition. It's coming in at 101 proof.
And this Penelope is a limited edition, coming in at 101.2 proof. Both 2024.
And this particular Yellowstone is finished in cognac and brandy casks.
And this particular Penelope was finished of all their finest 9-year casks.
Yes.
Both of them owned by the same parent company.
Yes.
Woo! This one was distilled by master distiller Stephen B. Beeman. This one I don't know much about, but I do know it's MGP coming in Indiana.
Yeah, so just if you guys didn't know, MGP bought up Penelope and they bought Yellowstone and Lux Row. And so they're still creating, Lux Row and Yellowstone are still creating their own bourbon in Kentucky. So they're not Indiana bourbons, but they do own them. So it's kind of cool that once in a while you'll see a Penelope over at Lux Row, and then Yellowstone and Lux Row help each other out. I've noticed kind of a similarity between the Yellowstone Limiteds and your Blood Oath products, that they kind of have a similar profile with the finishes and doing the different things. So
if you'd like to see a micro tour, go ahead, check them out. They're in Lebanon. They have a bunch of tiny barrels in a trailer.
Yes.
And that trailer, not like down by a trailer down by the river. No, a trailer like a semi-trailer, only converted to a mini rick house. But they also have a mini distillery, so you'll see a bunch of tiny pot stills, as well as they do gin. So you're going to see some gin. I love mulberries. If you're from Northwest Indiana or you're from this general area, you grew up picking mulberries. They are delicious. The mulberries are part of the gin. The gin's still not delicious, but it was interesting to know.
And it's fun. Lux Row actually houses a lot of Yellowstone's barrels for them. So they have a lot of their stuff in their rick houses because they have a lot more space.
Woo, what's this one in the middle?
The one in the middle is the Penelope.
So the Penelope is fucking fantastic. I hope we're past the minute mark. If not, I apologize. But the nose on the Penelope is fantastic.
Yeah, it's nice. Still got that cherry.
Deep cherry.
Deep,
dark, chocolate-covered cherry.
Yeah, that cherry.
Deep, dark, chocolate-covered cherry.
Yeah, that smells really good. I was pleasantly surprised.
It gets in there nice and deep like.
Now the Yellowstone.
No, what kind of finish was the Yellowstone this year?
Cognac and brandy.
And
so
what ages is this one comprised of? Did they put it on the side of the bottle? Usually they do.
Yeah, it was 7 and 17.
Oh, 7 and 17. Woo!
So it's definitely some older stuff in this blend.
Definitely some Heaven Hill in this blend, is what he needs to say.
Very true. Very true.
And that's okay.
And that's not a fact.
We love Heaven Hill.
But it's not a fact. We don't need to say that that's a fact, even though it is. But just in case. I know there's a lot of...
So the nose on this is equally fantastic. Equally
as
fantastic.
It's really nice.
Color scheme on both of them.
About the same.
About the same. The 9-year actually comes in a tad darker. Depending on the lighting I'm holding it in. So I'm going to say about the same.
Yeah.
I'm getting a sweet floral on the Yellowstone this year. Last year's Yellowstone was phenomenal too. So Yellowstone is a newer company to me. A lot of times you go down to Kentucky and you do a tour, then you get the feel goods. So you start wanting to try what that place is about. So I picked up a cask strength from Litco. Shout out to Litco. It was 119 proof. But actually what put us on to Yellowstone was last year's 2023 LE. It was so fantastic.
I really liked it.
We didn't know what the hell we were talking about when we first made that video. My mistake, I call it Japanese. It's not. It was like Hungarian or Germany or something.
Yeah, it was a Hungarian wine originally. But this is easier because I know what cognac and I know what brandy are. so we know. We tasted this one for the first time at Bourbon Fest, and we thought it was good there. But it is a little different when you're outside and you've been drinking all day. So trying to give this its fair shake.
The nose is phenomenal. I'm going to go ahead and give it a chew.
Yeah. with the finishes, it's very coating. I noticed it's very coating on your mouth. It kind of like coats the whole mouth.
A little bit of spice for me. A little bit of tang. I do like some tang. You know, so it's got that tang that I like. I'm gonna say it's definitely more Christmas spice and tang over anything for me. I very little. There's definitely something that gets my mouth salivating, and I do appreciate that as well. I couldn't tell. Yeah, a little orange zest, you know, for sure. Yep, some orange zest in there. A little vanilla in there. To be honest, kind of tastes like a tangy turkey.
Yeah, it's
kind of like a tangy turkey. I'm gonna go back to the
light.
to the
It's
Penelope.
a little light on the palate, which is not necessarily bad, but it's it's very coating, and it's very fruity, but like can't really pick out a fruit. It's just kind of florally fruity, like a fruit bouquet, and yeah, it's very nice. I like this.
So for me, while he was giving his description, I was chewing on the Penelope a little bit. That Penelope has a nice, rich, dark chocolate, a nice, rich, dark chocolate raspberry, dark chocolate cherry, leather on the finish. A little dry, but makes you want a little more. Almost has a chocolate orange to it too. This is just some sort of chocolate fruit cocktail, all in all, for me.
Oh, man.
I am thoroughly enjoying this Penelope.
Man, after tasting that Penelope,
Yeah. It's great.
it's really good.
It's great. It's fantastic.
I already
This
know.
is fantastic. Like, guys, you know, this is the first Penelope we've ever cracked on the Battle of Bourbon. And, you know, we started off, you know, mainly Kentucky bourbon, right? We didn't venture into Indiana for the longest time. But after our pick, you know, we started, you know, expanding our horizons, so to speak. And, you know, especially after Penelope took care of us at the festival this year, you know, it's just great. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not
gonna lie. Yeah, and they're the same company. So
Yeah.
they're not losing. We bought both bottles.
Sure.
So they didn't lose.
And this Yellowstone is very good,
Mm-hmm.
but this is better.
Yeah, Penelope's better today.
It's a better all around taste profile, and it
Thickness,
finishes for days. It's still going. It just is. This is a really good expression.
I agree.
I don't know what they did differently.
It's fantastic.
From the previous Penelopes that I've tasted, but that is a very good.
Yeah, this is a fantastic bottle. Fantastic bottle.
If I see
Hats
that,
off to you guys.
I will be buying that. But this will go on to the next round.
Yep. As always, this has been Battle of Bourbon.
We'll see you next time.
Tough guys out.